NASA engineers just figured out how to drop a roof's temperature by 50 degrees in the desert sun. Using a $30 bucket of paint anyone can buy at Home Depot, the roofing industry is absolutely furious. Your AC bill is about to get cut in half. This low-tech solution sounds way too simple to be real. A bucket, a roller, one afternoon of work, and a roof that drops from 160 degrees down. No new air conditioner, no solar panels, no permits, no contractor quotes, just paint. Why aren't we using it? That's the question I've asked for 30 years as an engineer. The answer is going to make you angry. But first, let me show you why your roof is literally cooking you alive every single summer day. Walk outside at noon in July. Look up. That dark asphalt roof sits at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Some measurements push to 170. You could fry an egg up there in under 3 minutes. Every watt of that heat pushes down through your insulation, into your attic, and straight into your bedroom ceiling. Your air conditioner is not fighting the outside air. It is fighting your roof. Every single hour of daylight, the summer sun dumps about 1,000 watts of energy on every square meter of your house surface. A typical American home has around 150 square meters of roof exposed to that brutal midday sun. Do the math. That's 150,000 watts of free heat delivered to your home every single hour. And what does the industry sell you to fight that? A bigger AC unit. A second AC unit too. A heat pump upgrade, a smart thermostat, a duct cleaning, a new insulation package, all very expensive. Every solution costs thousands of dollars, runs on electricity you have to buy, and breaks down in 10 years. Meanwhile, your electric bill has doubled in the last decade. Doubled. In some states, it has tripled. Cooling costs now eat up almost half of a typical summer power bill. The utility companies love it. The HVAC contractors love it. The shingle manufacturers love it. Everybody loves it except you, the homeowner. You are trapped in a cooling arms race you never agreed to enter. But there is a fix for this. It is older than air conditioning itself. It has been hiding in plain sight for thousands of years. Go look at the Greek islands, Santorini, Mykonos. Every single house painted brilliant white from roof to door. The locals did not do that for tourism photos. They figured out centuries ago a simple truth. A white surface in the sun stays cool, and the dark surface cooks. Whole villages for generations, no electricity, no air conditioning, just paint on the walls. The Romans did it, the Egyptians did it, the Berbers in the Sahara did it too. Civilizations that lived through brutal summers without a single kilowatt. They understood something the modern construction industry has somehow decided to forget over the last full century. And now we have NASA-grade reflective coatings, engineered with titanium dioxide and ceramic microspheres on hardware store shelves, for $30 a bucket. One afternoon with a paint roller gives you the same passive cooling power. The same system the ancient Mediterranean used, upgraded with 21st century material science. It pays for itself. So, why does white paint beat a $5,000 AC upgrade and humiliate $20,000 cool shingles? The answer is physics. Simple, brutal, undeniable physics no marketing department can spin against you. Stay with me. Color is not decoration. Color is energy management. When sunlight hits a surface, two things happen with the energy. It absorbs the light, turning it into heat, or it reflects it, sending the energy back into the sky. Black asphalt absorbs 95% of sunlight. That energy has to go somewhere, and it pours into your house. A high-quality white elastomeric coating reflects 85%, bounces it back to the sky before it becomes heat, That is one variable. There is a second variable nobody talks about. It is called thermal emittance. It measures how fast a surface sheds the heat it does absorb. Good white roof coating, 90% emittance. That means whatever heat sneaks in, the surface radiates it back out almost as fast as it arrives. Combine high reflectance and high emittance, you get Solar Reflectance Index, or SRI. A black shingle scores 5. Bright white elastomeric coating scores over 100. 20 times the difference in how the surface handles solar energy. On a typical summer day, that difference shows up as a 50 to 60 degree Fahrenheit gap between roofs. Measured at noon in direct sun on the same house. Not a guess, a measurable thermal camera delta. Here is where the mainstream story falls apart. The part the industry really does not want you knowing. Heat does not just cook you. Heat destroys your roof. Asphalt shingles are rated 30 years on the label. In real life, on a south-facing slope in Texas or Florida, they fail at 12 to 15 years. Granules wash off, the asphalt dries out, the mat cracks, shingles curl. You replace the entire roof. Why do they fail so fast? Heat cycling. Every day the shingle climbs to 160 degrees. Every night it drops to 70. That expansion and contraction 10,000 times is what kills the material. Now, coat that same roof with a reflective white elastomeric. Surface temperature stays under 110 degrees. The daily thermal swing drops by 2/3. The shingles below are no longer cooking themselves to death. Field studies show roof lifespan can double when reflective coating is applied. Dead at 15, healthy at 30. Do shingle manufacturers want that? They sell roofs. They want your roof to fail, so you buy more. A 30-year roof is one you buy once in a lifetime. A 12-year roof you buy 3 times. Multiply that by every home in America. Now you understand why nobody's shouting about simple white paint. Forget the premium cool shingle markup. They exist, cost twice standard shingles, and deliver mediocre reflectance for the price. Performance is a fraction of a proper elastomeric coating that costs only 1/10 of the shingle price. Utility companies? Same story. A utility makes money when you pull more kilowatts of cooling power off the grid. A house using 30% less cooling energy pays the utility 30% less. They hate that math. There is no lobby pushing for white roofs in Washington. No advertising budget exists for a bucket of paint. No commission rewards an electrician for installing a reflective coating. Wait until you see the actual efficiency numbers. This is where it stops being theory and starts being real money landing directly in your pocket every month. The Department of Energy ran a multi-year study of cool roof installations across 7 cities, measuring real savings. Average measured cooling energy savings hit 20%. In hot southern states, it pushed past 30%. Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory has been publishing this data since the 1990s. The numbers are not new. The numbers are not in dispute. The numbers are simply not on television, and that should bother you. A Central Florida test home, monitored over a full summer, saved $560 on cooling costs. One season after one white elastomeric coating was applied. $560 back in homeowner pockets. Roof surface temperature, measured at noon with a calibrated infrared camera, dropped from 162 degrees Fahrenheit down to 105. A 57-degree drop on a real roof, real climate, real house inside. Indoor ceiling temperatures in upstairs bedrooms dropped 8 to 12 degrees without touching the thermostat or running AC differently. The roof stopped delivering heat into the home, so the upstairs rooms simply stopped getting unbearably hot every afternoon. Now compare the alternatives. A new high-efficiency central air conditioner installed runs $8,000 to $12,000 in your home. A whole house heat pump replacement, 15 to 20,000. A spray foam attic insulation upgrade, 6 to 10,000. Premium cool shingles installed, 20,000 and up. A bucket of elastomeric white roof coating, $30. 5 buckets to cover an average home, $150 in materials. A weekend of your own labor. It pays for itself before the second summer ends. Let me say that again, because it deserves repeating twice. The paint pays for itself in 2 summers. Everything after that is free money, free energy, free cooling, year after year, as long as the coating lasts. These elastomeric coatings, properly applied, last 15 years before refresh. Let me show you how to do it, because the application is so simple, it almost feels like cheating. Step 1. Clean the roof. Rent a pressure washer for $40 or borrow one from a neighbor. Blast off the dirt, the moss, the loose granules, the old chalky residue. You want a clean, dry surface. Walk the roof on a cool morning and mark every crack you find with a piece of chalk. Patch each crack with polyurethane sealant from the same hardware store. This whole prep step takes 1 morning. Step 2. If the surface is bare metal, raw plywood or chalky old paint, lay down bonding primer. 1 coat, 4 hours to dry. On sound shingle, tile or painted roofs, skip primer entirely. Read your bucket. Step 3. 2 coats of white elastomeric acrylic. Use a 3/4 inch nap roller on a long extension pole. Pour paint into a tray. Roll it on like a wall, working in one steady direction. Wait 6 full hours. Roll the second coat perpendicular to the first. You just installed a 50-degree thermal barrier on your house. Tools required: 1 roller, 1 brush for edges, a bucket scoop, a long extension pole, soft sole shoes, the paint. Grab a cheap infrared thermometer, $20 at any auto parts store. Take it to the roof at noon. Aim it at the unpainted side, then the painted side. The number you see is going to shock you cold. 162, 105. A 57-degree difference on your own roof, measured with your own thermometer. No salesman, no middleman, just physics, doing exactly what physics promised. The 10-year savings number will shock you more. Walk through the economics again so it sticks. $150 in materials for the elastomeric coating itself. Add the pressure washer rental and the sealant. Call it $200 total, completely all in. Year 1 savings, average climate, average house, conservative estimate. $500 off your summer cooling bill. Hotter climates push that towards $700. Year 2, same. Year 3, same. Coating holds reflectance 15 years. 10 years of savings at $500 a year equals $5,000 total in your pocket. Subtract your original $200 investment, that is $4,800 of pure free money from paint. We have not counted the roof life extension. Your shingles last twice as long, 1 less roof replacement. That alone is $15,000 to $20,000 saved on a single home over its entire useful life. HVAC system runs less, so it lasts longer. Compressor cycles fewer times. Refrigerant lines stay healthier. Appliance survives longer. This is what free energy actually looks like. Not solar panels at $25,000 to install today. Not a Tesla wall battery at $15,000. A bucket of white paint reflecting sun back into space. Your house becomes a passive cooling machine. The energy was always free. You just stopped letting it inside. So why isn't every house in America already painted white? Why is this not in the building code? Why does your contractor not mention it when you call about a new roof? Follow the money. The HVAC industry in the United States is a $130 billion a year business. Sales reps, distributors, training programs, advertising campaigns, lobbying groups, trade shows, television networks, selling you more cooling. Every single one of those jobs depends on you needing a bigger cooling system year after year. There is no lobby for a bucket of paint, no commission, no recurring revenue. Nobody profits when you save. A homeowner who paints his roof once and saves hundreds a year is not a customer. He is a problem. Building codes lag 20 years behind the science. California added cool roof requirements for some commercial buildings. A handful of cities followed. Most of the country permits any color shingle on any home, zero reflectance standard. The data has lived in published literature since 1995. 3 decades of research, the codebook ignored it.
Here is the tease for what comes next, because this technology has not stopped at simple white paint. Researchers at Purdue and UCLA developed passive radiative cooling paints that drop a surface below ambient air temperature. Below ambient, even in direct sunlight. Pigments radiate heat at the exact wavelength that escapes the atmosphere into space. The roof literally dumps energy into the cosmos. We break it down next video. Numbers more absurd than these. Simple but powerful. That is what the best engineering looks like. Not a chip, not an app, no subscription. A bucket of paint, a roller, an afternoon of work, hiding in plain sight, replacing thousands in contractor bills. Before grabbing the roller, find elastomeric acrylic with a solar reflectance index above 100 at your hardware store. Read the label, look for Energy Star certification, and avoid latex sold as roof paint. It will not last. Spend $30 per bucket on real material.
Your electricity savings will dwarf the cost difference within just weeks. Check your roof slope. Anything under a 25-degree pitch is safe to walk for a careful homeowner. Steeper than that, hire a neighborhood kid for $200 and supervise the work from the ground. Apply on a dry day with no rain forecast for 48 hours. Surface temperature below 90 Fahrenheit. That usually means early morning or late afternoon. That is everything. That is the whole instruction manual right there. If you want more low-tech solutions like this that the industry has buried, hit that subscribe button now. Next video breaks down passive radiative paint that cools below ambient. It will change how you see roofs. Share with anyone building a house, paying too much for electricity,